Hey guys, MD Prepper here. More knife reviews. Again, this time on some of my favorite of the cold steel line. They're smaller to maybe mid-sized knives. This time on one of my favorites, the Finbear. Finbear, based on the finished Puko style blades. You can look those up online. Have a long history of ruggedness and usefulness. Cold Steel used to make the Sisu, which was a higher quality of this. This is their cheaper, low-grade, everyman's type blade. This Finbear is generally, in my mind, useful for woodscrafting, woodwork, that type of thing. Great little blade. I own several of these. Have been using one of these for a long time. This is one of my keep it in the house and don't mar it up style blades. Basics on this one: this is a Krupp stainless steel blade, which is a cutlery style, kitchen style steel, which keeps the price down. It is hollow ground, if you can see that right there. Cold steel on this end. The Finbear bear claw on that side. Let the camera readjust there. Now, you may complain, well, it's hollow ground, it's not Scandi, so it's not the best in the world for woodwork. Well, no knife is best for any tool. This is a decent little blade for woodwork. I think I like my Scandis a little better, but this is a decent little alternative belt knife compared to the Mora. I would say this is a good competitor to the Mora for a little bit cheaper. It's going to run you about $12 a piece. If you look around, maybe $13 on the upper end. Your standard Moras are going to run you $10 to $20 or so, and get higher if you so choose. But this thing has a 4-inch blade. It's 8.5 inches overall. Perfectly decent for batoning small pieces of wood. You can baton just fine with this. I have baton with another one of these exceptionally well. Holds an edge well and sharpens real well. Like some of your classic Moras, this thing does not have a guard on it, which may scare some of you. Scared me a little bit when I first ordered it, but I saw enough good reviews. Now, the polypropylene grips on this thing are very different than your standard wooden grips on your classic Moras. This thing is ribbed. I'm going to get closer to the camera. Hopefully the camera can pick that up there. That ribbing adds a lot of grip, a tremendous amount of grip, a lot more than you'd think it would. If this thing is wet, I've used this thing in the summertime when my hands are sweaty, didn't really slip at all. So really, I wasn't particularly worried about my hand slipping up on the blade. Again, with any kind of knife, you got to take care about that. Now, one thing that is very distinct and unique about this blade is the shape of the grip. If you look at it in cross section, it is diamond shape, for lack of a better term. That's the best way I could describe that. Thought that was kind of weird when I saw it online before I ordered it. This thing fits perfectly in my hand. Now, let me say I have the standard average sized hand, but if you grip up your hand, you're bigger here on the back side and thinner on the front. So if you can see that there, and on the back side, this thing fits perfectly in my average kind of standard size hands. This thing grips very securely, especially with that extra ribbing on there. Would not expect this to go anywhere. Now, this is not a full Tang blade, which of course your Moras aren't either. This is kind of in the same class. Using my magnet, it's about midway there. Magnet picks up right about there, which is about what you'd expect for a Mora knife. Now, does that not necessarily mean that it's a junky blade, it's garbage. The Moras have been used for years and years, very durable. They're attached real well. Just because it's a half Tang does not mean it's garbage. It saves on materials and cost and allows this thing to be about a $10, $12 blade. Comes with your very generic standard style sheath Cordura here with a belt loop on the back side that of course can be used as a neck knife if you want to for this, which would be dandy, or a standard belt knife. When you put this in the sheath, kind of like your standard Bushman's, you're going to have to push this thing in to get it secure. You go, wow, that's not a whole lot of sheath length for this thing. Well, it's not. You have to force it into the Cordura slightly to warp the shape of the Cordura, which has obviously been done before. With the ribbing and all on this thing stands here securely. You are not going to accidentally lose this blade, whether it's neck carry or belt carry, anything like that. Again, a standard cold steel Cordura sheath, nothing special, but gets the job done, does real well. From what I can tell, it doesn't seem like the blade's going to punch through the bottom here because you got that little rivet there where the point is. The Finbear from Cold Steel, highly recommend it, especially if you're going to be working with wood with something from the lower end Cold Steel line. I would say this is my favorite overall standard woodworking tool. Does the job for skinning and game and all of that. Basic around the campsite, but this is more of your woodworking tool. We're going to go over some other ones here in a minute, but for $12, I highly recommend you pick one, try it out. Heck, pick up 2 or 3. You're going to like it a lot. MD Prepper out on the Cold Steel Fin Bear.